Hey fellow beaders, it's JP and I have our Bead Stash Sunday tutorial for you here. So today we are going to be making these earrings. I think they're cute. Look at the shape, it's a little bit different. It's a little triangular shape to it. I only use 3 bead types. So I use 4mm fire polish, I use superduos, and 11/0 seed beads. So I used a total of 22 fire polish beads and 12 super duos. So there's 6 super duos in each earring and 11 4mm fire polish and just some seed beads. Last, and of course you'll need beading needle and thread. So I used my use 4 to 6 pound fireline. You should be good to go. We do go through the beads a few times, so 4 and 6, you might be able to do 8. Any of that is good. And you'll need 2 ear wires, and that is it. And maybe half an hour of your time. That's how quick these earrings make up, and you can make them up and mix and match in so many different colors. So I use this flax gold color for my fire polish and cobalt blue for the super duos. All of these are from Art Beads, and you'll be able to find them there. 11/0s, same thing. Okay, well, let's get started. So to begin our earring, we are going to pick up 6 super duos and 6 fire polish in alternating order. And then you are going to tie a knot to make the circle. And this is what you get. I'm going to go through the fire polish here and pull the knot into the fire polish. And then I'm going to go through all the beads to secure, basically reinforce my circle here. So I'm just going through 3 beads at a time. And here's my last one. And all I've done, again, is just go through the beads, reinforce everything. There's my tail. I'm going to flip the work over, and I'm going to go into the second hole. I'm coming out of this super duo, so I'm just going to go into that second hole of this super duo. I'm going to pick up 5 11/0 seed beads, and I'm going to go through the next super duo here. And I'm going to repeat this until there's 5 seed beads between all the super duos. So I picked up 5 of my 11/0s or 11/0s seed beads, and I just went through the super duo. So I'm doing it again. Got to do it 3 more times after this. 1, 2, 3. So here we go again. 5 and super duo. Whoops. Pulled that a little too hard. Three, 4, 5, and last time. There's my 5. I'm going to go through the super duo and then go through the first 3 11/0 beads here. Now I'm going to pick up an 11/0, a fire polish, and an 11/0, and I'm going to skip over this group of 5, and I'm going to go over here to this group of 5 over here, and I'm going to go into just the middle bead in this group of 5, just like so. And I'm going to pull everything close together, and then I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to pick up an 11-0, a fire polish, and an 11-0, and I'm going to skip over this one. I'm going to go into this one over here, and just that middle bead in this group. So far this is what you're having. And once we get the last one in, we can tighten everything up. So now we're going to do it one more time. 11-0, fire polish, 11-0. And we went through that one, so we skipped that one, and we're back here to that first one where we started. And so go through that 11-0, and then the next 11-0 fire polish and 11-0. So, and this is to reinforce. So we're going to add our beads, our last set of beads, and then reinforce this whole thing. And that's all I'm doing here, is just going to go through the beads so I can tighten this up. Almost there, so there's still a little bit of slack in the thread. I want to get rid of all the slack so I can get the shape that I'm looking for. And that's what you should get. Now what I'm going to do is I need to get back to the other side, or actually I guess I'll just go get to the top here. Let's make the ear loop, and then we'll do the next step after that. So what I did was I went all the way around. This is one of our central beads, so I went down to these two. I'm going to come out of the superduo, and then I'm going to go through the first 4 11-0 beads in this group of 5 here. So this is what this piece looks like from the front, like this. And then we are going to pick up 6, let me double check that, actually 7 11-0 beads. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we are going to go around 3 of these. And this is our loop for the ear wire. And there it is. Now I'm going to go through the first 3 in my group of 7 that I just added in this loop. And I'm going to skip the 4th one so that I can create a point. So I'm going to skip this one, and I'm going to go down this set of 3 here, and then through my 11-0s here. Give it a good tug, and you should get a nice point. And so I was trying to create the triangle to kind of go with my triangular theme here, but we're not quite done. So let's do one more reinforcement. And so I went through the 3 plus this additional 11-0. I'm going to go ahead and go into my superduo here. Then go down into the other hole of the superduo and then the fire polish. continue through the superduo and through this next fire polish. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down into this fire polish down here and bring it up a little bit. So this is the little bit tricky part. And so we're connecting the second row of fire polish with this top row. And then go into this fire polish here. Then down into this one. Make sure you don't pick up your tail like I did there. And so up into this one now, because I'm coming out of this one. And then down into this third one that we and then back through this fire polish where we kind of started this. And okay, so we're almost done. So this pulls everything together, because I think you might have noticed that the bottom half over here was kind of separated from the top row, even though we were connected with the seed beads. So here's what the back looks like, and here's what the front looks like. So it gives it a nice sort of, not sort of, but it gives it a more polished look, I think, and it feels more secure. So now I just got to make the bottom part of my design here. So I'm going to go through the superduo and the fire polish. Continue on to superduo, fire polish, superduo. Let's get this tail thread out of the way. Then we go down into the second hole of this superduo here. Okay, and double checking my work here. So I'm going to pick up an 11-0, a fire polish, then 3 11-0s, a fire polish, and an 11-0. And I'm going to go into the superduo on the across the way here. So I'm exiting out of this one, I'm going into that one. And whoops, there you go. This is what you're going to get. Go up into the other hole of that superduo, then through the fire polish and back out of our superduo over here. So you may just have to wiggle it because the superduo, the holes might not be completely aligned. Down the bottom hole of this superduo here. I'm just going to turn the work to the back so it's a little bit easier to work. We are going to go into this 11-0, then the fire polish and the 11-0 over here. We're going to skip the middle 11-0 and then go into the 11-0 fire polish and 11-0 over here. So again, that creates our point and makes this look a little bit tighter and more secure. Okay, so now we can just weave the thread away a little bit. So I'm going to go through the superduo here. And you can make another loop around if you want to. So all you have to do is go back up into this hole through the fire polish and then back through around again. So just follow the thread path basically. I'm going to continue through these 11 O's over here. Tie my little half hitch between the 11O and the superduo. See if it'll let me. There we go. Then I'll go through the superduo. And reverse direction into the top hole. Tie a half hitch between the superduo and the fire polish here. And continue on going through these 11 O's and superduos. Or not 11 O's, sorry, fire polish and superduos. Continue through this one, fire polish, and that superduo. And I'm going to tie my third knot over here. By the way, this earring is going to be very secure in terms of the thread. And then just pull the knots in. We're going to weave the thread away a little bit more. And we're done. Well, if I can get through this superduo here now, if I can get a line to the holes. There we go. All right, I'm going to stop here. And I think I can cut my thread at this point. And my tail over here. I'm going to feed through my ear wire. A very simple one that's just got a little loop to it. Oh, and I did it backwards. Haha. Whoopsie. Okay, here we go. These are the finished earrings. A very quick little tutorial here today. And you guys can make them up, and like you just need pretty much, you should have everything in your little stash. Doesn't require a lot of beads. And next week I will show you how to make a bracelet using the same component. Alright guys, I hope you like this, and I will see you next time.